And we are live another week. Hex Foodies group. Everyone is welcome. Everyone on the internet is welcome to this. Hex Foodies group live stream on YouTube. We have a Telegram group, Hex Foodies. Zamboni right now is with me. His mic is muted, unmuted now. Say hello.
Hello.
Awesome.
What's up?
Just another day in paradise.
Nice.
I don't know if Finbear is going to join us, but I got a jacket on because we're talking crypto like professional people.
Oh yeah.
And what have you been up to?
Just working. Trying to save up to buy more hex.
All
Trying to.
right.
Yeah.
So uh you got hired, right? I'm confused. Did you had a job already or you were
Yeah.
looking for a job?
No. Yeah. I have a job. I'm working at a utility as an engineer.
Hey, what do you think about the Hex community right now?
I think it kind of comes down to that Telegram chat, right? Like the pulse chain. Like they finally took out the what's it called? When they had to raise their hand to talk in the Telegram chat.
Yeah, because some jerk came in there and started causing some trouble. So
Yeah.
now there has to be an admin there
Yeah.
24/7. So it
Yeah.
becomes a
So
freaking job.
yeah, but because they took away that feature, I think people are talking more freely, and there's a lot more better discussions. And just the other day, Rock and Rochelle was in the Telegram, and he was talking about how he's gonna put around like $6 million in the market before the Pulse Chain launch, and then maybe another $6 million after Pulse Chain launch. And
Yeah.
then he also said that he thinks Pulse should launch in around 3 to 4 weeks. So that's
Y-
really exciting.
Yeah, Richard went on live stream yesterday, said that his devs are telling him just a little bit less than 4 weeks because it was mid-May that his devs were telling him.
Yeah.
And so he was saying most likely within 2 months, then, in case they're wrong.
Hmm.
I actually caught that live whenever Rackham
Really
yeah, in the
nice.
Telegram stuff. Were you there
No,
live as well? No,
no, I
okay.
watched it on the replay on the Hex Radio app.
Oh, sweet. Hex Radio app comes through again. It's actually called Pulse Radio app these days.
Oh, okay.
What happened was, let's see what happened. Oh, whenever there was that commotion, it actually caused the account of on YouTube to get deleted by YouTube, so you can't
Really?
find it anymore. And so
What?
um, our buddy here in Texas had to create the Pulse Radio app to replace it.
Oh,
But what's
huh.
great
Interesting.
is that all of this material that I've handed people, where it says like, "Hey, look up YouTube channel Hex Radio app." If you type into YouTube, the first search results are or the Pulse Radio app. So I'm glad that hadn't gone to waste.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm witnessing all sorts of interesting things with the maturity of the Hex community.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
we're having people who are not leaders start to fall out left or right of the boat, and it's quite interesting because here at Hex Foodies, we are people who are tied to a healthy lifestyle, and we understand finance like in a healthy way, and we're just going to keep on going. But some of these other things are going to phase in and out. They're going to be fads for the community. So like, whenever it is that somebody uh, comes to this group and says like, "Hey, why aren't you going and doing this idea or that idea?" and really penetrating with these ideas into the community or amounts of people, I just ask them like, "Why don't you do it? Why don't you make it? Prove that it's feasible. We will support you." Um, this is just meant to be a base layer to help support everybody. Come here, chat, talk over your ideas. Um, just trying to make sure I'm not burning down my house here. I actually did leave a little bit of soot on the wall the other day.
Oh, from your
It was so
candle.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like what you said. I'm a part of this Telegram called Seattle Hexagons because I'm from Seattle, Washington, and so I'm taking on like a leadership role in that Telegram. So I'm posting stuff, and yeah, it's interesting.
That's awesome. About how many people are in that?
Not a lot, probably just like 16 to 20.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still kind of cool. It's fun.
Well, when the groups are small, then people feel like they have more to offer, maybe that they
Hmm.
won't be
Exactly.
overheard. And a wild SJ appears. That's
Nice.
awesome. Hey, SJ. To be feeling under the weather today. I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. Hey, Finbear dropping in the house. What's up?
Hello, hello. Wow, that's a big face. I wasn't prepared.
Your face is bigger than my face.
Yeah, I'm really close to the camera. I'm gonna take a polite move
Zamboni
backwards.
has the sun behind him. He's giving
That's
us a
super
flat
Yeah.
cool.
Earth look.
Oh yeah. The flat sky.
You're
Oh
totally
man,
flat earthing. I
yeah,
didn't think about that earlier.
dude is exposing some big ass secrets over there.
So, how do you like being on the thumbnail this week, Finbear?
It was from a week ago, wasn't it? From our
Yeah.
last stream. Yeah, it was so funny.
So it's so much easier to take something from this and post it to next week's. So
Yeah,
you
I
have
have to
all
be really
episode.
careful.
You have all episode to figure out how we're going to entertain our guests for next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see the. This is cool. I've never had a mustache like this, which is like a little bit of a bit of it is the universe. Cool.
I'm going to go into Hexpiracy and throw down a link.
Oh yeah, definitely have to.
That
Zamboni
is
as well. You
that is a
spam this
great
everywhere, man.
it's a great technique.
Yeah, we have to take a minute to spam all our friends.
Yeah, I mean, why not do it in Pulse Chain?
Yeah, why not? I suppose Pulsicans have to eat as well.
Well, if you send links without an admin knowing who you are, then they're
Oh,
gonna
you're
shut you
right.
down.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right. But I'm gonna do it anyway because last time I did get banned, and then they unbanned me because they were like, "Oh, we recognize this."
Yeah.
So let's see if I can get kicked out of both of them.
So this is like series
It won't be my first time.
001, is it?
Uh,
Oh,
I
this is
just
like
renamed
I
it.
get it. So it's like we're like season 1.
Yeah,
Cool.
or let's say year 1, episode 36.
Yeah. When are we gonna roll over to year 2?
I don't know. It's like when I get disgusted with something, then I'll change it. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
was
like maybe
thinking that
it's
we like growing seasons. We could just take a like
ooh
when
when
like
everything
the lead
dies.
when everything freezes over here. It's like
Sweet.
fresh season,
It's a great idea.
wouldn't it be? I think I'm gonna leave my phone open again so that we have at least one viewer. And let's see.
All right.
The UK guys are always good for a laugh, so I'm gonna invite everybody from England and
Oh,
rest of the kingdom.
inviting bastard.
Not into the stream yet, but if he wants to come, like, yeah, why not? But they're a good audience. I had a lot of fun with the Hex yesterday. He had the
Did y'all have a live stream?
Hex, what was it? Like a bar, pub quiz.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What's up, Crispy? Yeah. We are live. Crispy, if
Yeah,
you'd like
man.
to join, I'm gonna put the link in SJ2, of course. Just put the
Of
link in the
course.
chat to actually join. You can join just by audio. And Finbear exit scammed himself or something. Okay. His audio is gone. All right, so I'm looking forward to the hex chart increasing in the next year, and
Oh.
let's throw some funds in directions of intentional communities. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting behind all these audacities that everybody in the hex community has. People are talking and people are moving. And so, like, also something that I want to do is make some shorts of our hex foodies, things that we've captured here on the live stream.
Mm.
If anybody would like to rise to that occasion, I'm not talking to anybody in specific, but channel or a Telegram bot where you can send your YouTube stuff and send it a start and stop point, and it'll send you back a video that's cut
Yeah,
start
it's
and
really
stop.
handy.
Do you have any other like cool little things for making videos to share with us?
That's actually that's the only thing that I use. Like if I see a video that I even get a suspicion that it's going to be taken down, I send it to myself through the bot because it saves it on their cloud servers somewhere, and when I send it to somebody else, there's also a copy that's saved with me, so it becomes increasingly more difficult to get it out of the web if somebody wants to,
Sweet.
because it's always a new copy when you send it somewhere.
Yeah, SJ, join whenever you would like to. Hey, Red Squirrel.
Hey
Welcome,
man,
welcome.
welcome. See, I told you the Brits are like so good, so good. Dependable. Much better than the French. I hardly ever see any French on streams.
That's funny. That's funny you say that.
Well,
It's like,
you know
where
that the
are the
Brits don't.
French?
They're not too super hot with the with the Frenchies.
Where are the French? Do the French like crypto in general?
Yeah, like I don't know if you heard the interview Richard had with some guys who had a French speaking crypto channel. He did a something like an hour, 15 hour, 20 minutes with the Frenchies. They had a translator who like simultaneously translated him to French. So it was a bit sort of like took forever. Hey, Crispy.
Crispy!
Hey,
Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Hey, man.
I'm good. How are you? I have to
Really
turn now.
well.
I've got to learn how to do this. Hold on one second. I got to turn off the YouTube. Huh?
Yeah, you might get an echo if you have the YouTube thing on.
Yeah,
Or
you
at
guys hear
least
you guys hearing him echo or no?
no,
No.
but it might be irritating for you.
All right, turn the sound down. How you guys
Hey.
doing?
Good. Hey, SJ in the chat, are you on the right stream asking that question? Which one's Matt? Zamboni, are you Matt?
no.
Okay.
See,
I
Crypto
wish.
Heartbeat is Matt. So
Yeah, Crypto Heartbeat
yeah.
is Matt.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, Crypto Heartbeat once came on this channel. We sent him a link, and he was busy at the time, but he came on, popped in, because we actually have some real life connections prior to meeting each other in crypto.
Oh, that's the world is surprisingly small once you just get out of your own circles.
Crypto Heartbeat's right up the road from me, just an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
If
pretty
I
cool.
go an hour from here, nobody's close to me. I still got a bit to drive to get to an airport. I was just cursing at the missus. It takes like half an hour to get to the closest mail office. Like
I
if I
thought you
want
were
to
about to say the
send in
cleaners.
person. No, no, it's just like a mail office. It takes like a half an hour drive from here.
Okay,
if
are you able to
take
just
a package.
are you okay, a package, but are you able to
Yeah.
just put mail in your mailbox with the postage stamp?
No, No,
No?
There's
Mm.
these kinds of mailboxes are in front of shops and stuff everywhere, so you can drop them off there. But if you have like a package or something, you need like in-person service. They've been cutting the services down like hell.
Goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready
Hey,
for the
I
next
got some.
stage.
I got some interesting gardening news.
Sweet.
We just ordered a 25 square meter greenhouse, which I'm gonna have to put up out there. So
Wow. That's like
square.
900 square feet?
That's not 25. That
That's like 500.
a meter is close to a yard. So how much would you like? Yard is like 90
3.
centimeters, and a meter is like 100 centimeters. So it's like 90% close if you just. So we could say that it's like let's see, would be like 23 cubic yards, no, or square yards.
What? 23 cubic yards? Okay.
No, not square
So-
yard, not cube.
Oh,
Because
right,
we're not
right,
going
right.
up. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that math later.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like 1.5 me's, like the short end, and then let's say like 5 of me along the long end.
Okay.
If I sort of put
What-
myself on top of myself, which is
What does-
an interesting feat. You'll see the video.
What does the roof profile look like?
It has like
Is
two
it a shed
angles.
roof?
No,
Or-
it has like two angles. So it's sort of shallow like this, and then it
Mhm.
has a steeper part, which makes the sides of the greenhouse more usable for me because I'm a tall fella, so I don't have to be squatting down when I get close to the sides of the greenhouse.
Was it really expensive or
No, it was like a surprisingly reasonable price.
is it glass?
No, it's
Plastic.
yeah, it's plastic, aluminum frame.
So it'll
And
last.
like a-
That plastic will last for how long?
I would guess 5 years if
Sweet.
we don't get like heavy hailstorms or something that break it. But it has this like a plexiglass that has this like a there's this air gap between two layers, and it's sort of like a cell within the between the two sheets. So it's supposed to. Hey DJ.
Hey DJ, are you
So
going to grow through the floor of it or raise beds inside? Or are you going to just transplant outside?
I'm gonna have it so that it's directly connected to the ground,
Sweet.
to the earth. Yeah.
Are you going
Okay.
to insulate around it into the earth?
I would imagine not, because the place like in our yard where I'm thinking of putting it is a place where most of the water sort of pools around it. So I'm gonna sort of lift the ground up a bit and have it there. So there's a lot of water to be had, but that also means that like a lot of the heat that I would be able to store in the ground is gonna be taken out with the same water. So
Are there-
it's gonna stay warm as long as like the ground isn't frozen around it, but it's not gonna stay warm the whole year around.
Are there any electrical components?
Not in the order.
Venting or moving door?
It had like
Chicken
there's these
door.
there's these automatic things on the roof that you can
Yeah.
set. You can set these vents so that it opens the windows once it reaches a certain temperature. It starts venting from the roof.
Sweet.
Yeah, it should be sweet, like and fairly sizable, bigger than any that I've seen on like people's yards, and I've seen a lot of people over here. Like I used to sell insurances, and like you do it face to face.
Do people
So
around you
I've seen a lot of houses and like gardens in my days.
do people around you have those sunrooms that are like half of it's leaned up? It's like a half of a greenhouse leaned
Yeah,
up against the
Yeah,
house.
quite a bit.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, quite a bit. Like it was really hot in the 70s and 80s
Oh,
because
there's this fad there.
mm,
There's this time
mm.
period where you
Yeah, there was,
recognize the time period of a
yeah,
house.
yeah. Then everybody started glazing their balconies, and that was
Mm.
another like the time we had that Swedish fellow come over with, and we spoke about his chilies and stuff. He
Yes.
had a balcony that had glazing put on it, so it's like similar stuff over here was like all the rage a few years, or maybe like a decade ago or something.
Cool. Hey, Crispy,
Yeah.
you got any interesting perspectives of the Hex community or spring is upon us? How was everybody's Easter?
Gotta find the mute button.
Okay.
Hey man, hey, I'm kind of jealous. You're getting a greenhouse. That's something
Yeah.
that I want to get myself at
Mm.
some point. But always thinking about stacking, and doing some sort of different levels of planting. But I guess my big news is we just planted strawberries.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, just planted
So,
strawberry seeds.
well, no transplant. So
Yeah.
somebody local had several hundred plants that just grew from last year. So I went over and picked them up, and I picked up a dozen. Start growing.
Are you on some pretty sandy soil?
It's not too sandy. Not too sandy. We're close to the coast here, though, so it's pretty decent. Yeah, the runners are able to get in pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, they're really easy to propagate from runners.
Yeah, yeah. This was
Yeah.
I had to cut them out. That's how thick this was.
Mm.
So
Yeah, often
very
you do have to cut them out if you want
yeah,
to have a good production of berries, because otherwise they're gonna just grow runners
yeah.
So
the first year.
what's your plan for pest management? Because those dang pests will get to those berries right
You
before
just
you
you
get
We'll
them.
see.
you eat them
On
first.
that, yes, you eat them first. All natural. I'm worried more about the birds, but they'll get it.
Yeah.
People who are
I got a
listening to
good
this,
tip.
the best thing is a warm strawberry warmed up by the sun.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
amazing.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
Right, right.
It feels weird. How can it be like delicious? But it is. Yeah. Hey, I got a hot tip for you regarding how to keep your strawberries safe.
Go.
Do you
I
have
want to hear
any?
this.
Do you have any kids around the house, or is there anybody over there who's into arts and crafts and stuff like that? You're
I'm
gonna have
sure I
to
can
find. You're gonna
find
have to
somebody.
find somebody, and you're
Yeah.
gonna have to try to convince them to paint you small rocks that are about the shape of a strawberry. You need to paint them red, put a few green things on top, a couple of like fake seed things in there, and just put them in your strawberry bed when the seedlings are or the cuttings or whatever when they're really small. Put them there. Then when there's no strawberries to be found, like real strawberries, but they look like absolute killers when the birds are flying around. They're like, oh man, Crispy's got the best strawberries
Okay.
already. They come over, they peck the freaking rock for a while, they get really disappointed, and they absolutely leave the freaking rocky strawberries alone for the
You
rest of the
condition them.
season. Yeah,
I'm on it right now.
yeah,
I didn't think the birds would remember. The squirrels
they
do.
do. They do, and you can actually. There's this dude in Sweden who I think it was a university building where he built this sort of like a machine where he taught the crows that used to hang out around the school. He taught the crows to bring all the small change into a hole in his machine, and in exchange, the machine gave them some kind of seeds or something. So you can teach them to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I was fascinated when I learned that one in
Yeah,
2010 or something. I
yeah,
first heard that story.
yeah.
Yeah, the crows
Like
started recognizing the capabilities of this like peanut vending machine as long as they went and picked up trash,
yeah,
right? That's what
yeah.
it
They
was.
dropped all kinds of bottle corks and anything shiny that they liked. They went and dropped it there. It was really interesting how he had like a step-by-step plan how he got them to understand that hey, there's a connection between stuff falling into the hole and then there's like peanuts here or seeds here. What's going on?
But they started figuring out how to deposit other things, and that's
Yeah.
why shit had gone bad.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fucking crows rug pulled the whole system. They had a good thing going, and then
Not
crows come in.
pigeons,
Yeah.
crows.
Crows. That's racist. Another good thing to protect your strawberries. Get like I don't know how many plants did you plant.
I was only a dozen.
Okay, that's not gonna be like a huge hassle, anyways. Get
Next
like
year.
one of those toy snakes, rubbery, like kids' toys. It
My
costs
neighbor has
probably
2 of
like
those out in
it
his
costs
garden.
like $1 or something, and just leave it somewhere between the plants.
All
There's
right.
a lot of birds who won't come close it if they see anything that looks like a snake.
My neighbor, it seems as
There
though
you go.
he knows what he's doing, and he's got it elevated, the rubber snakes.
Hmm.
He's got like 2 of them pinned up a little bit elevated on sticks.
Yeah, yeah. Or you can have like a small piece of metal that's cut out to the outlines of a flying predator bird, and you could have like a one pearl somewhere just to
Hexy bastards giving me props
hey.
for my throne again.
Yeah, it is freaking sweet. I was gonna say something, but I was like, nah, that's the 4th time. That's too many times already.
I don't know if I like my candle, my throne, or my lights better. Because there's glow, but it's
I'm
too
pretty
much
sure
light coming from
the wall firing candle is my least favorite thing in your setup. Like I'm just waiting for that
This
thing
is-
to catch fire.
This is not Firehouse Hex community. This is
Yeah.
Hex Foodies. Fire.
Only
let's see.
you can prevent forest fires, man.
What would it be? Municipal emergency Hex community.
Yeah.
Hey Zamboni.
Call your friendly hexicans if your house catches on fire.
Zamboni, I'm gonna make you solo, and I need your
Oh.
flat Earth ceiling.
Flat.
I need this for the next thing. Okay, that's perfect.
All right.
Like that.
Yeah, that works. Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, and then if I turn the lights off, then
Is it different?
We're going
Is it
back
like
to
a-
it. Oh goodness.
Is it like a glow
wait,
in the
no.
dark or something?
we used to have glow in the dark stars on the cloud, so you can't see it when the light's on because it's white. But then once you turn the light off, the stars glow in the dark.
Oh sweet.
But
That's
they're
cool.
not there anymore because we're getting ready to try to sell this house. So
Yeah.
maybe we're trying to like
That kind of stuff has to come down.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You want to take out everything that makes it personal.
Mhm.
Because people want to like imagine their shit on the bookshelf. They don't want to see your stuff there.
Yeah.
They want to see a nice, empty, clean bookshelf.
Daraj, thanks for being here.
Hey, bye. We've been learning Finnish with D.
Oh sweet.
He knows it.
I saw he did another Golden Mike karaoke
Oh, the karaoke thing.
last week or this last week.
Wasn't
'cause-
it yesterday?
Well,
We had
Discord Syndicate is
No,
releasing.
but we had with the Hex Asians, like on the channel Hex
Okay.
Asians, not on DS.
Yeah.
We had a karaoke stream. Wasn't it yesterday? I think it was.
Okay, I just used the term karaoke, but Discourse Syndicate is now releasing like weekly overviews, and so that might be beneficial for people who are low on time because there's so much content.
There is. There's already so much that even if you go like 1.5 speed or something, it still takes most of your
Can't
day
keep up.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finbear, I think you keep up probably more than the rest of us because you're always in
I'm
everybody's
freaking
chat.
glued on. I'm glued to the freaking thing. I'm gonna have to take a break.
Yeah.
It's a good thing summer's coming because that's gonna keep me a bit more busy. I'll still be listening, but I won't be able to take as much part.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
the same with
probably
me.
good.
So
I'm always,
something
like,
that
listening to stuff.
Something that I do, I've got a Bose battery charged speaker, And so I'm able
Yeah.
to just here at my desk put whatever media I want to tune into, and then I can just walk around the premises and
Yeah.
put the speaker down somewhere where I'm working. I
Yeah.
gave up earbuds, but I might go back to that sort of thing. You guys,
If you're gonna get
no one-
earbuds, like I don't know how you guys feel about the wireless uh, earbuds, but I'm not like a big fan of the concept because it still like emits some kind of frequency of like
I
yeah
thought
you
that
put them
my
in your
shit was
freaking head.
swelling when
Yeah,
I used earbuds for months. I thought my
yeah.
stuff was swelling, and then I lost one earbud at a time, and it allowed me to just like wean off of wanting those earbuds. And I haven't bought them back, to replace. What's
Mm.
up, Enoch? Thanks for being here.
Hey man, yeah, it looks like we've got like
We're
6 people here.
trucking
That's
forward with
awesome.
Hex. That's what's up with Hex.
Damn right, man.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
training for a 8 mile race, a running race. It's like a
Nice.
relay race I'm doing with some friends. So like when I run, I have like well, I used to have earbuds, but I only have one now because I lost the other one. I got like
Yeah.
ran over or something and broke. So I only have the right one, but I'm gonna listen to like the the recordings of the Richard Hart's book.
Sci-Vibe,
Yeah,
SJ's.
sci-fi.
and
Yeah, SJ's
that's done by
YouTube thing.
SJ. She
Yeah,
was in the
Yeah,
chat just earlier.
yeah. So I'm going to use
we need
that
to
and
we
listen
need
to it
to
on my
get
runs.
yeah
That's
we need to
awesome.
get SJ to read it. But like, what's your favorite chapter? Maybe we can get SJ to read it at a quicker pace.
Yeah, not just my beats. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, make it easier for you. So,
Anise
are you
used
gonna run the entire? Is it like 8 miles or 8K?
So the part I'm doing is 8 miles, but the whole relay race is there's 7 legs. There's the cross country skiing leg, and that one my friend's doing, and then my other friend is doing, or my brother's doing the downhill ski leg, and then they pass it on to me. I do the run leg, and then I pass it off to a biker. They do a 40-mile bike ride. It's mostly downhill because we're starting up the mountain going to this sea. It's called Ski to Sea. And then I
Nice.
pass it off, or yeah, the biker passes it off to 2 canoers, and they canoe down the river, and then they pass it off to a cyclocross person. They ride a bike like through gravel and sand and mud and puddles and obstacle courses, and they pass it off to the kayaker, and that's gonna be my mom. My mom's gonna be the kayaker.
and then she goes like through a bay and out to the ocean, or what?
Yeah, well, she's gonna do like a course in the ocean, like in the Puget Sound.
Wow, this is
Yeah.
cooler than a triathlon.
Yeah,
That
and
is
I'm
so
actually,
sweet.
and then this weekend I'm going to do like a 4 mile race leg of a triathlon type thing. It's not like a natural triathlon. It's like a extreme sport. So there's going to be a ski leg, and then a mountain bike leg, and then a 4 mile leg, 4 mile run for me that I'm doing. So I'm training for that as well. That's this weekend coming up in
Oh,
Spokane.
it's coming up.
Well, the 4 mile leg triathlon type thing I'm doing is this weekend, but then the 8 mile one is late May. Called Ski to
Okay.
Sea.
Okay, I get it now. Or I get a little bit more of it now.
Yeah, it's fun.
8 miles would
Awesome.
take forever if I had
Yeah.
to run it.
Yeah, it's
That would be like a
it's
day.
terrible.
That would be like a day outing for me. I'd need to have like
What would you
a
wear?
lunch and a snack and, yeah, and an ambulance behind me. Actually, I'm fine. I'm not vaccinated, so I'd
World's
probably
best
just
dad shirt also.
yeah, or like a Superman or something. Yeah,
I could see that.
I'd be holding one of like both of the twins, one in under each arm. Did they wearing a Superman shirt?
Enoch
They're freaking.
says best
They're
of
10
luck
years
to you.
old. They'd hate it.
The 10-year-old ones.
Thanks, Enoch. I saw your name, Enoch. What's your name derived from?
So Enoch says that he has been in since 3.8 cents. No,
Wow.
38 cents. Since 38 cents.
Oh.
So that's
Ah,
maybe like an average as well. Welcome to the community.
yeah.
I can't wait for your next double as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
Dude, you're forged in fire. You're gonna once we blast through this next cycle of all-time highs and corrections, you're gonna be like you're gonna be golden, man.
Yeah, I
Everybody
started.
on
So this
screen
is
is also staked out.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
So
have a
like
five
you're
five
doing
five
all the
still.
right things. So it's only a matter of time.
I think
Yeah.
staked
So it's
out
good to
means
have you
like
here, man.
the longest and all the way down for a ladder. What were you going to say,
Oh.
Zamboni?
I was saying that I started averaging down at 25 and then 21 and then 18 and then I just bought some last night at like 12. So it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
it was
awesome.
tough buying at 25. I was like, oh, this is the bottom, but it wasn't.
I
But
bought
it's all
at
good.
30. I bought at 20. I think I got something at very close to 11 cents, like just
Nice.
between 10 and 11. So I'm really pleased with the small amounts that I managed to snatch up.
Yeah.
And
DC is your friend.
I'm
Sorry?
doing my calculations of my T-shares every day and looking forward to November when my next stake comes out because I've got them every 6 months.
That's so
Crispy,
reasonable.
Crispy was
So
saying,
reasonable, man. I got one every month. I fucking hate it.
oh, goodness.
Oh man, don't get me started.
Yeah, I got a freaking job, man.
I know.
SJ's
Hey,
a experienced strawberry
since
grower.
since we're talking strawberries, I got some other things if you guys want to.
Warm
Like,
strawberries.
Warm.
Yeah, go ahead.
did we talk about strawberries sometimes like before? Have we spoken about them before?
Maybe
I've
once.
I've made these small barrels where I grow strawberries on the sides. So I make like these cuts with an angle grinder or something. You can make this slit to the side of a plastic barrel, and then you heat up the plastic on top of the slit, and you press it in a bit. And if you fill it with dirt, because you've pressed it in a bit, there's this space where you can squeeze in a plant and it can grow the roots inside the barrel.
Do you want to
And
fill
of
it with
course,
dirt or some sort of like
well,
more
if
airy filler?
like
Isn't this thing like
there's
a tower for
well, you can
aquaponics sort
do
of stuff?
you can do a tower if you do like a if you have like a 190 millimeter tube, you can just do like a small pipe and have it like a tall tower. But what I did was I had like a I think it's like 50-gallon drum, like a plastic drum, and I had a pipe inside the drum, which was like also like a plastic pipe, and it left a space on both sides of the barrel, which was like your arm's width, like this wide space around the barrel and the pipe inside it. And I drilled holes in the in the pipe that was inside the barrel, and it's much like with the herb spiral. You can just fill it with a worm compost. Just put
Mm.
horse manure inside the inner pipe, like halfway full or something, and put some composting worms in there, and put some kind of a cap that flies can't get in there, and then fill the outer sort of space of the barrel with regular dirt, and you can
Nice.
put all your like most of your green waste goes in there. You can't put meat or dairy in there, but like the worms eat everything else.
Hmm. Don't y'all love that little strawberry that's right there in the middle of the screen? That little
Mm,
emoji strawberry? It's so cute. Thanks for sharing that, SJ. Yeah, so like whenever it is that you're wanting to keep flies out of something, all it takes is one layer of something, like whether it be the plastic or just like throw dirt over the top of something.
yeah,
Then you won't
they
have
can't
the
find
increase
it.
of insects. Yeah,
Yeah,
they can't get to it. So like whenever like the most simple compost pile is just a trench in the dirt, and you just come and place compost and a little bit of soil over the top of it, and then
Mm.
continue to fill up the trench. And now you've got a line of more fertile soil made by worms that propagate there. Crispy, I am having a problem here in Central Texas of getting cow manure. Are you able to get cow manure where you're at?
I haven't checked lately.
Okay.
I can check, but I'm all the
I'm
way up
pretty
in.
sure you can. Like those guys over here who own cows, they're not that picky. If you want some, they'll gladly give you some. Like I have a mate, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, we make 8,000 liters of it a day. So you're free to have some if you want. 8,000 liters is a fuck ton of piss, and you like the dude has a he's got like bulls, like he grows like beef cows, and he's he has a barn which is like 2 stories. He's one of the biggest meat farmers in the country, but they're glad to give away their manure. How is it hard to find it over there? I would imagine they have to pay money to get rid of it.
How is it hard to find here? Because yeah, people are not using the resources to recycle it, and so it's not available at the store
Mm,
at your
yeah.
landscaping yard. And in fact, I went up to I went to a restaurant in my downtown area, and I was hosting my buddy that I brought to Vegas. So he's also a Mexican, and
Nice.
we went up to there's it's a old downtown, so the buildings are really old, and there's a little bit of a catwalk in this restaurant, this cafe. So we went upstairs, and there's kind of a private bar up there for lack of places else to put a bar in that establishment. And so we were kind of like at this intimate bar, and my buddy had drank all day with his sister, so he was like just letting it all out, just all of his thoughts, like everybody knew his political views by the end of this. But the guy that was sitting next to him happened to own the um, the yard up against the highway that is doing this redistribution of materials. And I don't know how long he's owned it, but he's also supposedly the guy that is behind the food waste recycling system for the city of Austin. And so he was saying,
Oh,
like, hey, don't tell anybody bad about my business, but like this is how I make a living, and this is the kind of like the best system that we can think of right now. And because the city council requires this of the city of Austin restaurants, then he's profiteering in this area.
so what are they requiring?
Real fast, I just wanted to say that it just so happens that I went to this guy's place a week before, found out that there was no cow manure, and then he's sitting next to me. And then he tells me that there was never any cow manure. They were actually selling me something else whenever they told me that it was cow manure before. And then he took over the thing.
Oh,
He took
Wow.
over the business and then labeled it correctly and said like, "Hey, we don't have cow manure anymore." So I admire him for that.
are
But
you
I do
sure
use the
it's
big
not
chemicals to
community
recycling
waste?
stuff.
Are you sure it's not community waste that you've been spreading in your garden? I
He
would hate
he
to like
he
that's
then
human
told me
poop.
to go and get that community waste stuff, and it's just as good. And community waste, guys, this means human sewage being redone into soil, and then it's available for sale. And it's a bit more granular um, of a dirt, and so it's great
Yeah,
for.
and they compost it forever over here before they let people even close to it.
Yeah,
Just to
so
yeah.
it's great for putting trees in the ground, supposedly. And what we used to call that around here is dillo dirt, because armadillos are such a figure here in Texas. Um, I wanted to say something. Oh, and then lately, we've seen on the news that uh, plastics and other things are found in human blood, right? And I just wonder, like, how small are these plastics getting, maybe into our sewage, and then
And
here we
who
are
puts
putting them in
them
our
there?
garden. Yeah,
Like
well,
there's all sorts of small
don't
stuff
don't you
in.
think that your body could actually be the thing that breaks up the plastic? Like, I
No,
had
no,
an
actually, I
ex-girlfriend that
don't.
would eat plastic on purpose, like, "Oh, I don't wanna unwrap it," and she would just pop it in her
Nice.
mouth.
Oh
That was
my God,
that was a
man!
part of,
Nice.
like, "You don't care for yourself, you ain't gonna care for our kids, so
Seriously, that's gonna
goodbye."
come. That's gonna come out the other end like a perfectly. This is a perfectly
Per
good.
is it
This
is
is
it gonna
this
come
is
out
still a
perfectly, or is
well,
it gonna stay in?
unless she breaks the package before she swallows it.
Those things are falling apart in your pocket before you even, try to unwrap them.
What things?
The
Candy
Wrappers.
wrappers. Or,
wrappers, yeah.
yeah,
Because
still pretty nasty.
degradable wrappers,
Yeah,
biodegradable wrappers are, like, falling apart in
I
your
would
pocket
never
before you
freaking
even pull them out.
eat them. Oh my God.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice or nutritional advice or
Or
any
financial
kind of
advice.
any kind of actionable advice. But for the love of God, man, if
We're
you
Fiber.
right
feel like
there in the
if you feel
unknown right
like
now.
eating a wrapper, just
We
take a
don't
minute.
know we don't know what's gonna happen with the next few generations with, us recycling stuff, bringing them right back into our environment.
Wait,
Because to
Davin,
the eyes, it looks okay. What's up?
was she Asian? I know a lot of Asian
No.
candies use rice wrappers as like.
Maybe the things she was eating were Asian, but,
Uh,
no, she was not.
okay.
Or
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah,
There's a lot of Asian candies that use rice wrappers, and that you can eat those. So
Mm.
that sounds
I don't,
wonderful.
I don't know if you've had Japanese candies, but a lot of them taste like nothing.
I've
Like
thought about getting
I've
a
had
care
stuff
package.
and it feels like there's like substance to it. Clearly feel I'm holding on to something. It says that it's made of rice and stuff, and it's like stretchy and stuff. And you put it in your mouth and you chew, and it has like a whiff of like maybe cucumber water. I'm like I don't know. It's not too strong. Like I don't know. Like
well,
the
I've had different
Japanese are not.
experience, I guess.
They're not that into flavor.
You're too taken care of, like whenever it is that you drink a coffee and you're like, "Oh, I want some more," or something, like all you needed was that little bit. Um, I'm probably going out on a limb here, but, like, whenever we peel back from these delicacies, then, like, the slightest bit of taste here or there,
Mm,
is all filling.
yeah.
Like micro meal.
Yeah, and you get the taste. Like if that's what you're like, that's most certainly that's something that you've just picked up in your culture. That's the way candies are. If that's the way they've been presented to you forever. So yeah, I don't see any problem in it. But for us who are used to everything being like 30% sugar and most of the rest is like something that comes out of corn. Yeah, the mouthfeel is different and it doesn't taste like almost anything because there isn't that much sugar that we're used to.
Back to, talking about our steaks and our involvement with the Hex contract, Red Squirrel says that, he sets out every 2 to 3 years on the steaks.
That's
SJ
an
wants to know.
awfully great plan if you're in a position where you can plan ahead so that you can like to live off the interest and have the opportunity to get your hands on it only every 2 or 3 years is like there's a lot of planning involved.
SJ's over in Austin, so, Texas area, and she's asking about squash, boar vines.
Wine
And
bars.
yes, that's because I'm dyslexic.
Ah,
Um, so that is actually a real issue here in the Austin area, and so, like, soapy water is good enough, I think.
what about that diatomaceous earth?
What about diatomaceous earth?
Do
Spread
we
some of
still
that
like
stuff.
it?
SJ,
You
if
still
you need
like
any
it?
of that, I can send it in the mail. It looks like anthrax or cocaine.
Nice.
You need to put it in a glass bottle and write what is inside. And
Okay.
big bold letters, not anthrax on on the top, right next to the address.
SJ, if you want to come on and do some karaoke, we'd love to hear your voice. Woot woot.
Yeah, come over. I'll clap in the background. Yeah, I'll be like the guy with bad beat.
Some people just don't want to sing.
Yeah, yeah. I hummed on one of the Wales only streams, and there are guys who are never gonna let me forget it.
A Hummer, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Was remarkable. He was like egging me on. Like everybody has to sing. I was like, I've seen every episode that Wales has put out. I know everybody hasn't sung when they're on stream. But still, I was like, fine. And I went like, not doing it again.
Where's your jacket this time around?
Oh, it's so hot in here, man. The sun has been shining into this room. I didn't even put the curtain behind me because the wall is a bit cooler.
You
So
haven't shown off that shirt before. That's a Pulse Chain Finbear shirt.
yeah,
Oh,
check
Oh,
it, man.
sweet.
that's sick.
I haven't seen that one. That one's
This is
better
from,
than the Hex one.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
This
that's really good.
it makes the flag easier to see, like because the hex thing it covers this precise area, which is like the thing that you need to understand to
Yeah.
make out the flag. So
Yeah.
this is better. Yeah.
Totally agree. Sweet.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Matley. I got it from Hex Merch. So
Hex
if you
Merch.
are from a country, they have your flag and this. So just go to Hex Merch and get your shirt.
I need to get some Hex merch for Float Fest. FLOTE. That's at the end of this month.
Man, the name just reminds me of this drinking party that the kids have
It's probably going to end up being
down
a drinking party.
down south, where it's an actual float fest. So there's a small river, not even like 50 meters from side to side. So really small river, but it's very long and it goes through a shitload of like urban neighborhood. And what they do is they go upstream, like really far. Everybody has their own like build it yourself floatable device
With
and
Ice Chest.
yeah, and a lot of alcohol, and then they just everybody gets in and they float down the stream for the entire day. It takes hours to float down and get to the bigger cities. It's
We
really
do
cool.
that stuff
They
in
they
Central
try to
Texas.
make it illegal, but there's no way you can make it illegal because we have our every man's rights, which yeah, like basically we get to travel wherever we want if it's like
Waterways.
if it's like or a forest. You can't put a fence in your forest even if you own it because people want to maybe walk through it, and it's really rude if you have just a fence there just because you own the woods.
Our thing is like people put up signs if they really don't like that people are floating through their backyard.
Hmm.
But I don't think there's too many dicks out there.
Yeah. One really interesting cultural thing that I've been following with quite some amusement is the fact that we have so much like berries and mushrooms and stuff growing in the forest that thousands of tons of it just rots there because there's only 5 million of us. Nobody's gonna pick all of it.
Yeah, squirrels don't eat
So
mushrooms.
so there's this business has come about where industrious people go to Thailand. They talk to villagers somewhere in the northern Thailand region where they're really piss poor. They convince the folks to fly over. They put them up in their old barns or whatever. They quickly build these places where it's okay to sleep if it's summer, so you don't sleep out in the rain, but it's still almost like camping outside. And those guys come over here and they pick blueberries first, then they pick lingonberries and cloudberries and mushrooms and stuff. And some people are so fucking jealous. Like, I can't believe those fucking Thailanders came here to steal our blueberries. And I'm like, dude, you've never picked a blueberry in your fucking life. Like, it's not like they're coming to slap the blueberry out from your mouth.
That's
And they
really
still make
interesting.
like, and they make a good living. Like, in the couple of months that they're here, they can make like they make their year's salary, even though
I was
the
going to
guys
ask
who
that.
bring them over here absolutely like
Rack it
piss them
in.
in the eye with the deal that they get. But
That's
still,
so interesting.
they make a lot of money because it's cheap over there when once they get home.
So
I
it's
imagine,
import
man.
labor.
Check it. If I go and meet I'm gonna have to make some Thai friends and go and meet the berry pickers. Like, imagine those guys like getting some hex over here, buying the hex from over here, taking it to Thailand with them,
Yeah,
and making freaking yield while they're flying. They're gonna be minting some hex once they land, and everybody's
very
like,
interesting.
"Oh my god, you got this new cryptocurrency thing, and you've made some yield while you were flying here," and that's gonna just came up with this, man.
Yeah, once Richard
It's a
creates
semi
a
good idea.
wallet and will also have Pulse Chain, he'll make a wallet that's going to make everything readily available to where we could just pass it to the next person, pass it to the next
Yeah, and I
person.
can like opening a
People could buy $1 at a
opening a
time.
staker app is not a big deal. I can like if there's somebody who needs a staker app, just hit me up in Hex Foodies. I'll sort you out.
Oh, sweet.
It's never gonna be like it's not about like what is it? It's like a tenner or something to open the app, and yeah,
There's also another wallet being made. It's called Internet Money, and there's going to
mm,
be a native token called Internet Money Dividend. And essentially, if you hold IMD, Internet Money Dividend, then you're going to get dividends in Pulse Chain. So instead of like staking and getting that coin, instead you're going to stake it. Well, you won't need to stake it. You'll just hold it, and then you'll automatically get that income. Basically interest with Pulse Chain. So you'll just hold IMD and then you'll just get Pulse Chain every day, which is pretty cool.
Something that we're all going to have to learn a little bit more about is, what are taxable events?
Yeah.
Right now, Hex is completely removed from that, I believe. But a lot of these other things that are attaching to Hex, we're going to
might
have
be
to
taxable.
reassess. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you're getting involved with Maxi, if you're getting involved with Hedron, if you've already sold some Hedron, it's
Maxi
something that you
by
need to investigate.
yeah, and
Oh
Maxi
yeah.
by definition is a common pool. So there is that. Like there is a common pool that gathers your money to do something. So that like it's a bit more like they won't be able to stop it because blockchain and all that. Like we all know that I'm not trying to FOMO. Maxi is it's a fine project in my opinion, but yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of moving parts in regulation wise.
I was thinking about putting some Hex in the Maxi pool, but then I was like, well, or I could just hold Hex, get the duplicate, and buy more Pulse Chain. So that's what I'm going to do instead.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
because I'm already staked out, I didn't
Yeah.
see sort of I
Yeah.
didn't see that much in the extra 10%.
Yeah.
Zamboni, have you claimed your Hedron?
Yeah.
Because okay, cool. Because we're at the 4x multiplier right now. Just
Mhm.
Yeah.
dating this live stream.
Yeah. The
Hey,
cool thing
Crispy.
about go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead, Samboni.
Oh, I was just gonna say the cool thing about Maxi is that like you get the 10% and then you get the extra T shares, but then because you have more T shares, you get even more Hedron, and then you also split up the gas fees cost at the very end. So it's not you don't pay like $11,000
Yeah.
to end stake it. You pay like
Yeah.
very very small.
It's very good for somebody who's like new to the system
Yeah.
and who, for instance, I've been using this as an example. Say somebody who keeps 10-15% liquid in case of emergencies, which to me sounds like in case of moon, I want to have something to sell. So now you can stake even your moon bag and have it produce while you're waiting for the moonshot, and you won't miss out on your opportunity to sell. The way I see it is, for me, what it would mean is I just put my weak plebeish hands in charge of deciding whether to sell or not to sell every day again, and I just want to save myself from the hassle. So I much rather just buy the maxi of the guys who are aching to dump
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna be like a black hole for the maxi tokens, much in similar way as Hex is going to be a black hole for fiat money. I'm just gonna keep buying if it comes, if like somebody is trying to sell too many at one go or something and dumps the price too heavy. I'll be there taking a small cut.
Sweet.
Mm.
We've run an hour long. Y'all want
Awesome.
to sign off? Last
Yeah.
thoughts? Just go around in the circle and I'll cut it off.
Crispy, you go first.
Oh boy, I have to come up with something first, huh? Yeah, steak it till you make it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Damn it, that was gonna be mine. And I'll attach myself to Crispy's statement there.
What is an
Nice.
elbow cuff? What is poly? Okay.
I guess I'd just say, I mean, there's a lot of new projects out there on Pulse Chain, and I think because of Hart's law, a lot of cryptos are tied to other cryptos that they're built upon. So, like, some of these new projects will be kind of tied to PulseX or Pulse Chain potentially. I'm not sure if that's true, but there's a lot of new like sacrifices out there. So you should maybe look into those if you're a degenerate, but no financial advice. But there's some really cool ones that are coming out that are just starting their sacrifice phases. So
I'd like to say just be extra careful in Rug Pull City,
Yes.
guys.
yeah, there's one.
There's tokens with big green numbers next to them. Do
Yeah.
not go crazy. It is Rug Pull City. So
Yeah.
if you wanna degen out, like, I'll give you permission for what one pizza costs in your hometown. That's how much you can try out. But don't go fucking mad because you're gonna lose everything.
Yeah. Like there's one crypto that's it's a fork of Safe Moon on the Pulse Chain, which is kind of odd.
Oh goodness.
Do not go there, man.
Yeah.
What I always tell people is take one night out with you and your lady and throw it out for 15 years. So I would say the same thing whenever Finbear's saying, don't spend more than a few pizzas.
Yeah. Do not lose your T-shares over it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even losing a B share is gonna come at a great expense sometime in the future. So try to hold on to your Hex.
All right, everybody, stay healthy. We're winning in life. See you later.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.